Well, good morning folks, welcome back to the channel and to an adventure video which I haven't done for a while. Today we're flying for Worldwide Virtual. We're in Southwest 737-800. We left Tampa just over 3 hours ago, and we're heading for Phoenix, and we're looking at the new Phoenix scenery, which I will be reviewing on my channel. So as you can see, plenty of mountains and everything here. We're at 34,000 feet and we will be dropping down initially to 17,000 and making our approach to the west today on runway 26. We're online with VATSIM, so hopefully I can do this and I'll get a reasonable video out of it for you. Very nice aircraft repaint. As you can see, plenty of mountains and desert around. Hopefully this will all work out. So as you can see, we're approaching the top of the descent. We have 165 passengers and 6 tons of freight on board today. And as I said, we're heading into Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. It's the new scenery that's just come out from Orbix, which I will be reviewing. They very kindly sent me a copy for review. So I thought we'd try and see if we can do an adventure video today and fly in there. Weather's quite good. We've got surface winds of 220 degrees at 6 knots, 10 miles visibility, scattered clouds at 6,000 and 111,000. It's a balmy 19 degrees and the altimeter 2996. Transition altitude today in the US, all over the US actually, is 18,000 feet. So any moment we'll be starting our descent. As I said, weather's quite nice. We do have some mountainous terrain to avoid on the way in, but that looks okay. Hopefully I'm going to try and give you some decent views on the way in and hopefully end up with a decent video and a decent landing. Southwest parks up at Terminal 4 at Phoenix Sky Harbor, so if all goes well we'll catch all this for you. So a little bit of chop over the mountains here. I think let's put the passengers in early. So we've got a couple of aircraft going into Phoenix ahead of us, so we shall keep a lookout and a listen out, because there's no ATC online. I've got the Phoenix VOR set up here on that VOR 2, 111 miles to get to the airport. And there we go, top of descent. Let's see how well VNAV keeps up. We've just had an update to the PMDG aircraft, which I installed today, and let's see how good VNAV works for us. So passing 30,000 feet, almost. Fuel's looking good, just over 4 tons, and we're literally 90, 100 miles to run. Our diversion, or alternate as they say today, is Mesa Gateway, which is about 28 miles away. So we have enough fuel for a missed approach, go around on a second attempt and I do a diversion. So all looks good. So this is sort of filmed pretty much as it happened with minimal editing. I'm going to do obviously a little bit of editing to try and make sure you guys don't get too bored, but you're literally seeing it as it happens. This is a live flight with the PMDG 737-800. We're online with VATSIM. It's real weather and in Flight Simulator 2020. Everything's looking good so far. And coming up on exactly 4 tons of fuel left. We had a slight fuel imbalance earlier on, so what I did was open the crossfeed and switch off the pumps on the engine, on the tank with the least fuel, and balanced it up. So we're crossing some of the high mountains now, around about 13,000 feet. Obviously we're nicely high up at the moment, so well clear. And bring that back to 40. So crossing BNNKR, bunker I think they call it. As you can see, still pretty windy, 68 knots here, but we're doing okay. It's keeping VNAV reasonably well so far, although speed's a little bit low, but it's catching up now. The wind is chopping and changing around. Just under 80 miles to run. The engines are doing quite well. Throttles engaged. Why have we got manual written there? I don't know why that's there, but we'll see. We keep an eye on the thrust. Obviously we want to make sure that the thrust keeps up with the autopilot. So I haven't flown the 737 for a little while. I've been concentrating on learning the Phoenix Airbus A320. So nice to get back in the Boeing 737 again. And if all goes well, we'll take the autopilot out at maybe about 800 feet and go for a manual landing. Beautiful view out there. So coming up on transition, 18,000. Current QNH is 2996. And just over 60 miles to run. Passing 180 now, okay. Set the standard, and it's 2996 is set. So continue down to we'll put 10,000 there, which is where we've got to reduce our speed anyway. Speed's dropping off a little bit, so I mean, around about sort of 11,000 feet, 10,000, 11,000 feet, I tend to come out of VNAV anyway and go into vertical speed. We'll see what happens. But your speed is slowly recovering. 257. Wind is steady, 42 knots. So still looking good, got a little bit of cloud up ahead, nothing serious. We're supposed to have scattered clouds at 11,000 and again at 6,000. So that looks to be about right. So looking good so far. Speed's coming back. VNAV is doing its best to work the speed out and keep the profile as good as it can get. Okay, just under 40 miles to go. We're now going to switch the second nav. So now we've got the ILS on both boxes. So down to 4,000 please. Checked. So let's bring it into VNAV. Speed back to 40. I'm just going to bring it down below the profile now, so we get to 4,000 feet well in time to catch the glide slope. Good, speed brakes work. Phoenix traffic southwest 615 is now passing 10,000 feet, descending to 4,000, ILS runway 26 approach. Landing lights. And bring it back to 230. There's our alternate, Gateway Mesa, which will be passing just to our right hand side. As you can see, Phoenix sits in a big plateau. They call it the Sun Bowl. Okay, back to 210. And there's Mesa Gateway directly below us. And there's the ILS, so we'll put the localizer in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come right a few degrees to catch it a bit earlier. So heading select 330. Phoenix traffic, Southwest 615 is now 19 miles out. Base leg for runway 26 approach. That one. Flat 5, 1000 to go. Checked. Spoilers off. Level at 4000. Flat 10. Flat 15. Okay, 13 miles out.
Traffic.
Okay, don't see any. Southwest 615 is now turning finals, runway 26. We are 13 miles out, number 1 for landing. Okay, got the airport in sight. Oh, it's a bit windy. Okay, arm the approach. Autopilot 2. 160 knots. Let's have gear down, please. Okay, 150 will be our approach speed. Let's go down to 150. Flaps 30. Speed brake is armed. Okay, and the landing checklist then is gear is down, 3 greens, flaps 30 set, speed brake is armed, auto brake 3, missed approach altitude 5000 is set. Get ready to disengage the autopilot. And finish traffic, Southwest 615 is short final, 5 miles runway 26, landing.
Phoenix traffic, American 774 on runway ILS 26.
I will try to clear as quickly as I can for you, sir.
Thank you.
And 615, 4 miles, 26, 160, 150 knots. Alright, something's going on here. I'm going to disengage the autopilot. And the auto throttle. She's not quite keeping up. So we're going manual. Okay, we have the airport in sight. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's how I thought it was going to stall on me. The simulation, that is.
Traffic.
Yeah, traffic, we got it. So a bit of juddering. Hopefully make this a decent landing. Checked.
50, 30, 10.
Nice. Reverse. Hundred knots. 80 knots.
Phoenix traffic, American 774 short final runway 26.
And 615, we're exiting to the left now. (615) clear, 26 runway 26. So we go on to the inner. Oh, look at that, there you can see the train. Really nice. Well, first impressions, the scenery looks stunning. And there's our colleague coming into land behind us. Okay, time to start cleaning everything up. Light director's off. It's really nice, isn't it? Stunning. So, coming up on Tango, and then we will take Sierra, which is the next one to the right. And as I say, all being well, we're going to be parking up. So after landing, auto brakes, auto throttle, flight directors are off, flaps are up, speed brakes are stowed, strobe and runway turnout lights are off, transponder is at standby, and the APU is running. Actually, we will take Tango. Since I don't know how well this is developed and they both go the same way, we'll take Tango. So if you're going to go taxi round to the south side. So quite a bit of little juddering, but then, you know, it's not too bad considering the amount of scenery detail I can see. There's a lot of it. The aircraft taxiing behind me. I mean, look at the detail. The buildings look great. They're really weathered. The whole stand only looks pretty real. It's very impressive. First impressions are good. There's the road signs and the tunnel. Turn left onto Delta. I can see a southwest tail up there, so that's probably where we're going to be parking, up there. Detail's really good.
Phoenix traffic, Southwest 1427, 10 miles final, runway 26, Phoenix.
There you can see the train. Set parking brake. You're set. Taxi light off. APU on. Leaders on. Cut 2. Cut 1. Well, there you are, folks. Welcome to Phoenix Sky Harbor International. This brand new scenery, which we'll have a quick look at in a minute. So here we are, parked on gate 7 on the south side. It's C7, I believe it is. Yes, C7 on the south side. Let's have a quick look at the airport before we go. First of all, just a quick look at the eastern end. Here's runway 26 where we came in on, and here are some of the terminals. Here's the roadway with the station there, and you can see the roads have been developed here. This has all been nicely done. And there's a look at the airport itself from a high level. You've got 25 here, right and left. Okay, we've got a little bit of cloud cover which kind of scarves it, but you can see there's a lot of detail here. Quite a lot of detail that we could see coming in. So a quick look at the central terminal area here. This is Terminal 4. Here you can see the little aero train going in through the station. It's really quite impressive. And they're looking southwest, and you can see an enormous amount of detail. This whole place has really benefited from this new airport upgrade. It really is impressive. And we haven't even got to the airport detail yet. So there you go, folks. Thank you very much for joining me on this flight, certainly for the approach anyway. Flight time for the whole trip from Tampa, 4 hours 46 minutes 15 seconds. Very nice, very enjoyable flight. I enjoyed it. One or two issues with the controls, because this is a new model, but I finally got it sorted out, and yeah, really pleased with it. So thanks for joining me, folks. Hopefully I'll put this video up at some point and you'll have a look, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So thanks for coming with me, and take care. Bye bye now.